It is one thing to desire to cut down on your weight, which is a very good thing. It's another thing to actually achieve that, and yet even another thing still to stay fit. Are you at a point in your life where you need to cut down on your weight? Are you trying to hit a certain weight? Are you trying to cut down to a certain level? Are you trying to maintain your weight and to stay fit? There are a few things that are important that you must realize that ultimately boils down to the way you do things and your mindset. Weight loss, my friend, can be a bit daunting sometimes. It can be a bit of a challenge. It's easier to gain weight than it is to lose them. And so here you find yourself fighting an uphill task. There is a challenge that is tough, where you are as though moving retrogradely. You are fighting the current. You're trying to accomplish something from a weak spot. I tell you something, my friend. Hear this, very importantly. If you are going to lose that weight, there are some truths you have to come to terms with. There are some traits and some characters that you will have to imbibe. The first and foremost and most important is you must realize that weight loss is never automatic. It won't happen overnight. I see some people who hit the gym one day and the next day they are already there measuring their weight again. It doesn't happen overnight. You don't go to the gym one day and expect a change the next day. It doesn't happen like that. You have to tell yourself the truth. The second thing you must realize is that weight loss is a marathon, not a sprint. Even in gaining weight, weight gain is not automatic. You don't just gain that much weight overnight, and so don't expect to lose it overnight also. So I encourage people who I speak to when I counsel and when I mentor some folks, and I tell them, I say, you want to lose this weight, you got to have a long-term plan. It is not something that's going to happen overnight. You got to think of it from a marathon perspective, then from a sprint perspective. And so what does this mean? It means you are ready for the long haul, because sometimes you're going to need months. Sometimes you may even need a year. And the understanding of this will bring us to the third point, which is for you to now make a plan. You make a realistic plan that takes into consideration the fact that this is a marathon and not a sprint. You can't gain weight for, say, 4 years. You kept on adding consistently for 4 years and expect to just easily lose it within 2 weeks of going to the gym. It doesn't always work that way. You have to be realistic. So you want to make a plan. Let's say a plan for 1 year, a plan for 2 years, a plan for 3 years, where you want to cut down to a certain level realistically of what can be done. This is how discipline is maintained. The reason it is a struggle for many people to maintain their discipline is because in the first place the goal is unrealistic. The methodology is wrong. It's possible to lose weight, any weight. Of course, you also must mentally factor in the eating habit. You, my friend, must discipline yourself to say, okay, in this period, in this duration, in this marathon effort, what are the ways I'm going to have to control what I eat? Any person who has been able to transform their looks long term, over time, were people who did it with a long-term plan. You have to consider the fact that this weight was gained over time, so losing it will also be over time. Have realistic goals. Many give up on trying because their plan was never realistic, and so after 1, 2, 3 days or 1, 2, 3 weeks, they just give up because they say, I'm not seeing the change. I'm not seeing any change. Hear this, my friend. The change will come if you learn to be disciplined and to stay in line with the plan. Plan your transformation, plan the fitness, plan the weight loss, and stick to the plan. Learn to stick to your plan. Let push feelings aside. It's a 1-year plan, even if you're just going to do it bit by bit. So long as you stay consistent and you keep your diet right and you do the right things and go the right places and avoid the wrong ones and drink the right drinks, you, my friend, will definitely be able to achieve that goal which you have set before you. Weight loss is possible, my friend. It is possible for fitness. It is possible for you to stay fit. It is possible for you to acquire a new skill. Anything is possible, my friend. It is possible to be transformed. To lose 25 kg is possible. But it takes discipline, it takes consistency, it takes planning, it takes realism. It takes for you to intentionally realize that this is a marathon and not a sprint. When you build that into your psychology, anything you do daily adds up to the greater goal. They say, little drops of water make a mighty ocean. They say it's by consistency that water is able to cut through a rock. When you realize that your power and your strength is in your ability to realize that that weight loss is going to be long term, then you can achieve it. Remember, as you stay disciplined, you will stay motivated.